Hello Year 3 and welcome to Lesson 4 of Science Week. It's Investigation Day everybody, and it's forces and magnets. And our learning objectives will be to observe an investigation about magnetic forces, to record the data in a table, and to summarise our findings in a conclusion. Easy. Okay, let's have a recap. What have we done so far? Well, we are carrying out an investigation to find which materials are magnetic. We have 10 different materials and one magnet. And if any of those materials contain steel or iron, then we know that they should be magnetic. So then once we've done that, we will select the best magnetic material to be stuck to the end of Robin's arrows in order to win the archery contest against the cheating sheriff who set his target a lot further back than other people's. So remember, when we select the best magnetic material, we're going to try and find the smallest, most magnetic thing so that it doesn't weigh the arrow down as it's flying through the air and you can't really see it, it can just go straight through into the target. Okay, so let's have a look. We have done our introduction last time. We set out what our materials would be. We have said what a fair test is and what our variables will be. And we made a prediction at the end too. So we predicted which materials we thought might be magnetic when we do this investigation. And today, what we're going to do is we're going to draw a diagram of how this will work. We're going to draw our table and record our results in the table. And then finally, we'll finish off by writing a conclusion. Let's get to it. So the words that we need to know today, our vocabulary, in fact, is down here at the box too. But what I want you to do first is I want you to try and write your own definitions. So try and tell me what a diagram is. And then once you've done that, tell me what you think data is. And then finally, tell me what you think a conclusion is. Pause the video now and then we'll check your answers in a moment. And we'll check the answers in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, so a diagram is a simple sketch of an experiment or investigation. Okay, so with our one, we'd probably just have a magnet and then we'd draw one of the materials next to it. Okay, simple as that. The data is the results that we'll collect in the table. So data is results, okay? And a conclusion is a summary at the end telling you what happened, or telling the reader what happened in the investigation and what it means. Let's get to it. So let's start with diagrams. What are they? So below, look at these two pictures here. This is not from our investigation, it's from a different one. One of them is a diagram and the other one is an illustration. So I want you to think, which one is which is the diagram and which is the illustration, and what are the differences between them both? Pause the video, have a think, and then we will find out. In 3, 2, 1, let's have a look. That's right, the diagram is the first picture, so that's this one here. And the illustrations, there is more than one, there's quite a few here. The illustrations are on the second picture. And what are the differences between both? Well, you'll see that diagrams have labels, so we've got writing there saying exactly what everything is. You don't really need that on illustrations because it's drawn in such detail that it's obvious what it is without any writing. Only illustrations have colour. Yep, so when we do our diagram, no colour, okay? No shading, no colour, nothing. Simple drawing, simple sketch with some labels, okay, to say what everything is. So illustrations have a lot of extra detail in the drawing and diagrams only have key information through these labels that we can see here. So let's have a go at doing our own ones. Here are the rules for drawing a diagram and they're all down the side there. So you need a sharp pencil. Good. We need to draw it in 2D, so no 3D drawings, let's keep it simple. We need to draw clean single lines, and how are we going to do that, do you think? Well, this thing here might be useful, a ruler. We're going to have to draw use a ruler to draw any straight lines. Do not shade or colour in. Do not shade or colour in. Okay? And finally, label objects with straight lines. So if I've got my magnet there on the screen, I would draw the line down there with the ruler and then write magnet. Okay? And there's an example of my attempt there on the screen. You can even copy it if you like. I chose the 5p coin as my material because when I was using paint and it was a lot easier to do a 5p coin. So you can do any that you like. So draw the diagram. Remember, write the word diagram, underline it, use your colon, and then underneath it, follow those instructions and then write the magnet and then the material. Pause the video now and move on when you're ready. Let's see what's next in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay, let's start the investigation. We've got our magnet there. It's on the screen and it's in my hand too. How about that? Now, let's see. What can we do? We're going to have to keep this a fair test, aren't we? Right, so we've got the magnet. Let's go for the screw. Yeah, I've got everything here. That's good. Right, what do we have to do now? Right, this is the part where you'll need to pause the video because I need you to copy down this table. Okay? Once you copy down this table, you can unpause the video and then we can start writing down our results. Okay? So pause the video now, copy the object, is it magnetic, and the explanation at the top, and then write these 10 materials down the side in that first column. So pause the video now. Right, are you ready? Good. So here is my magnet. My first object is the screw. Do you think it'll be magnetic? Let's have a look. Does it have steel or iron in it? Yeah, it's taken it out of my... Oh, very magnetic. Taking it out of my hands. And there you go. The screw is magnetic. So in that first column, I'm going to write down, is it magnetic? Yes. And then next to it in the explanation, then we'll need to put, if you look at the screen here, we'll need to put contains iron or steel. So if it's yes in here, then you're going to put down contains iron or steel. If it's no, not magnetic, then it's no iron or steel. Okay? Let's go through the rest. Pencil rubber, what do you think? No, nothing for pencil rubber. There's nothing there at all. So we put down no, and then no iron or steel. 5p coin. Wow, look at that. That was very magnetic, and it's very small as well. I wonder if that's going to help us later. So, 5p coin, is it magnetic? Yes. Contains iron or steel. 2p coin. Oh, no. So not all coins are magnetic then, because they're made different materials. We know that the 5p must have iron and steel, but then the 2p coin is not magnetic, so there's no iron or steel in that. Okay. We have the drink can now. What do you think? Oh no, nothing for the tin can. So the drink can, is it magnetic? No. Okay. Paper clip. Let's see. Yes. Yes, the paper clip is magnetic. Contains iron or steel. Button. Now this depends really, because buttons can be made out of different things. You can find a plastic button, or you can find a button which might have iron or steel. Let's see if I found one. Wow, yes, I definitely did. So button, yes, it is magnetic, contains iron or steel. Right, 3 to go. The ruler. Plastic. I'm not sure about this. No. No, it's not magnetic. At least I can use it to draw my table. That's fine. Scissors. Yes, definitely. Definitely magnetic. So it contains iron or steel. But would it be very easy to fit scissors onto the end of an arrow? Quite big, aren't they? And finally, pencil. No, we're not getting anything here. It's just going to fall. Yeah, nothing. So pencil, not magnetic. Write your explanation. No iron or steel. Okay, I'll give you a minute just to check that over, and then I'll show you what I wrote. And if you need to make any changes, then that's fine. Let's have a look. Okay, let's look at the answers then and change any if you need to. There we are. Pause the video now if you need to check your answers against those. And we'll move on in 3, 2, 1, go. So let's write our conclusion. So our conclusion is that we need to write a summary of our results. Okay. So I want you to copy all of this out for our conclusion and then fill in the gaps. Okay. In the investigation, we found that, and there might be more than 4. I think there were more than 4. I think there were 5, weren't there? Just check that though. There might be 5 different materials that were magnetic, so you'd need to include all of those. This means that they must contain iron or steel. The object I'm choosing from the magnetic materials is, and then you'll have to choose one of those 5 that you had up here. It would be best for Robin to attach this to his arrows because it's smaller and will guide the arrow to be attracted to the magnet behind the target. Okay, so what have we learned about magnetic materials? What makes a material magnetic? What does it have to contain? Which magnetic material is Robin going to use at the end of his arrows? Well, that was your choice. You could choose any of the ones there, and that was your decision. So tomorrow, we're going to find, on the last day of the science week, we're going to find what the strongest magnet is to put on the back of the target, and then Robin's arrows with the magnetic material, he'll surely win the contest with those. Okay? Your task between now and then, if you have any time, try and find some objects at home, or even in class if you're here, that might be magnetic. See if you can find a better material, an even better material than the one that you chose for Robin's arrow. Or you could even make us a poem telling us about magnets. Right, tune in tomorrow and we'll find the strongest magnet.